Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to you. I want to go over this topic. This is going to be day 10, day nine of the 21-day challenge. And, I'm always going to come up with a topic and give you your vitamin D for free. And today's topic is going to be fitness and nutrition while on the GLP-1 injections, okay? Also known as Ozempic or all the other words that fall under there, whether it's um, generic or it is the brand name or whatever you call it. So I do want to preface this by saying that I am not a doctor, okay? I am simply a trainer who has clients on these injections, and the injections are not a lot. Some of the people are not on the injections because they are diabetic. Some people are on the injections because they want to lose weight. All right. And I'm going to, whatever I say, and I'm going to pray that the Lord uses the word that I say because I know this can be a touchy subject, but it has to be addressed. Okay? And I'm not going to go around it because as a trainer, especially for women, and I'm interested in your long term success and wellness, I want to address the topic of fitness and nutrition while you're on these injections. I'm going to talk about my suggestions, my professional suggestions with training, and then basic suggestions as far as nutrition, and also what's your plan when you come off of the injections. Because this is one thing I know. When it comes to medication, black women and people, y'all don't want to continue to take medication for the next 10, 20 years. And the higher level conversation here is what are you going to do in the next 10 years or 5 years? Okay? This live is not to tell you if it's right or wrong. I'm not here to tell you what you should or should not be doing because that's your business. Like Auntie Tab say, that's your business, and I stand on that. So let's get into it. The GLP-1 injections, I'm finding there are people who are not big to me, I would say 300 pounds or less, on these injections because you want to lose weight. It's important to understand how the injections work and what they do. Ultimately, the injections do exactly what any eating protocol does. It changes the chemistry in your body in order for you to not feel hungry, and it also slows your body's ability to digest food. Okay? So ultimately, you're not eating a lot anymore and you're losing weight because of calorie deficit. All right. That is any weight loss program, guys. The injections are not magical. It just changes your brain chemistry for it to happen or not. Okay? For you to eat or not. There are some people who are going to eat anyways. You're going to eat trash anyway, and the injections are not going to work for you. Okay? Because you have an eating challenge problem. Okay? You got a mental challenge that you need therapy for. Okay? Now, as a trainer, there are some trainers who endorse the injections because they want to get money out of y'all. And they're affiliates and they're getting royalties off of you. I am not a fan of that because as trainers, I just believe there are some areas we should not delve into unless we are doctors and unless we can really provide something else on the other end, what is another medication to help mitigate whatever the consequences are 10 years from now, 5 years from now. I don't want to get into that. However, it's important to understand that the weight loss you experience on these injections, 25% or more, sometimes even up to 40% is muscle loss. Along with the fat loss, it's going to be muscle loss. Okay. This is important for you to understand because muscle loss is everywhere. And I just want us to be aware of what we're doing. Like I said, it is not to tell you what's right or wrong. So the muscle loss you will experience along with the fat loss can be muscle loss in your legs, in your face, because your face has muscles, in your arms, in your back. Okay? Muscle loss causes a slowed metabolism. So while you may experience weight loss, 30 pounds, 40 pounds in a month, 20 pounds in a month, or whatever, and you reach that number goal, you still have lost muscle mass. Okay. So when you get off of the injections, you might reach your number goal. You may not be pleased with how you look because you've lost muscle. And you may find that if you have not grasped the concept of eating balanced, protein focused meals, if you have not grasped that concept during the time that you've been on the injections, you're going to get off of the injections and you're going to gain that weight back so fast, and it's going to be fat. You are not going to gain the muscle mass back. And I found that we have a trend that we like to brag on the weight loss that we are experiencing. Okay? Which is fine, because it still does take a level of discipline not to just uneat your results. Okay? However, we need to understand that all weight loss is not beneficial, especially for us who we're not diabetics. Okay? Good morning, Giselle. We're not diabetics. We just want to see the number on the scale go down. And unfortunately, a lot of us want to look a certain way. I want to tone. I'm going to tell you this. If you are not prioritizing your protein and lifting weights while you're on Ozempic and you're just not eating, you are not going to look toned. You're not. Period. So, what is the thing, Dee? What do I need to do? First and foremost, you have to understand when you choose, let's just say, a surgery, gastric bypass, gastric surgery, or the injections, you have forfeited your freedoms to eat trash and eat foods that are not nutrient dense. So, the high sugar foods, the alcohols, the highly preserved foods, the things that are in bags. You don't have, you're not eating enough to fill your calories with non-nutrient dense foods. So you have to eat protein. You have to have your protein shakes. You have to eat your meats. You have to eat your proteins, period. If you're on those weight loss injections, you cannot just eat chips. I just had 2 Oreos today. I just had ice cream today. I'm still losing weight. I had my martini. Listen, you need to be having your protein. This is for people with gastric surgeries too. You need to be eating your protein and taking your vitamins and drinking your water. And you need to go on your phone right now and set an alarm to eat. Okay? Because you're going to fall the hell out if you're trying to exercise and be on those injections. Because some of y'all are eating little bitty meals once a day. And you think you're gonna still go to the gym and be strong and have the longevity for that, and you're not. Because you're not intaking enough calories and nutrient dense foods in order to get the result you want or performance you want. So on the fitness side of it, what do you need to be prioritizing? You need to go lift weights. You're already going to lose weight because you're not eating a lot of calories. Do not waste your muscle away by doing an astronomical amount of cardio. Please. I want you to lift weights in order to preserve the muscle mass that you're going to at least hold on to. The nutrition part, you not eating a lot, is where the weight loss is coming from. It's not from the cardio. You being in a calorie deficit of 1,500 calories a day because you're only eating one very, very, very small meal, almost like a snack, is what's causing you to lose weight. It's not the little 100 calories you're burning on the treadmill in 30 minutes or the 200 you're burning in an hour. Okay? And the other thing you got to understand is as you're rapidly losing this weight, your ability to burn calories per hour or per workout goes down. Because the lighter you get, the less calories you burn per bout of working out. So where you might burn 10 calories a minute, you lose that weight, now you might be burning 8. Now you might be burning 7. So it's not the same as when you was big 5 days ago. To my ladies who are 35 and up, or the people who are in menopause and you've chosen this, I'm begging you, please eat your protein, set an alarm, eat your protein, get your fiber in, drink your water, okay, and lift your weights. And the other part of this, which is very, very important, is to monitor how you are feeling. Monitor your heart rate, monitor your focus, monitor your breathing patterns. If you are not consuming enough calories, those things will change. If you are not consuming enough calories and nutrient-dense foods, your sleep patterns will change. Okay? You might go from feeling kind of trash to losing weight and you get this peak of energy and then it starts to drop down. Tap into your nutrient-dense foods and see if you're doing too much physical activity, particularly cardio. Start with lifting light to medium weights and pay attention how you feel. And I say this with my heart because I know in the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to have an influx of higher body fat percentages amongst people who are 40 and older. Okay? And you're going to be like, why is my metabolism is slowing down significantly? And it's because when you started these injections, you did not eat your protein and you didn't lift weights because you're caught up in the aesthetics of looking good instead of the long-term well-being implications of how you should be living your life. You're experiencing your well-being. So if you choose the injections, that's great. Okay, you're like, I just need a jump start. Please understand that what I said yesterday, the injections are like getting your acrylic nails done. In order to maintain my nails looking like this, I have to go to the nail shop and get a fill-in. And when I choose to not get a fill-in, my nails look a mess. They get brittle, okay? They can break, but that's because I did not maintain what it took. And if I want to transition from acrylic to my own nails, I also have to understand I got to get my nail bed back strengthened, right? I got to make sure I take my vitamins. I got to make sure I keep them cut until they grow all the way out. That's the same maintenance you have to start wrapping your head around while you're on these injections. It's not just about take this injection and be skinny. It's take this injection as a jump start if you choose it. And now I need to start eating my protein, setting my alarms, and lifting my weight so that when I get off of the GLP-1 injection, I will have created a habit of lifting weights, eating my protein, so that you will not have a drastic increase of body fat when you get off. It just may be a little bit. It just may be a little bit. And you still, guys, are going to have to adopt lifestyle changes. It's all going to come back to that. Doesn't matter what type of surgery or type of medication you're on. You're still going to have to go back to that. And I'm going to put myself in it. Who knows at some point what I'll choose to do. And if I decide to get an injection or get some type of surgery, I still have to say, when I choose this, it's all going to come back to the same thing. Prioritizing my protein, limiting foods that are not nutrient dense, and I have to lift my weights. It doesn't matter what the scale says. It's about long-term aging. Okay? So, if you find yourself on these injections and you sometimes you find like your face wasting, it's because you're losing muscle in your face. Okay? The collagen is leaving in your face. How do you mitigate this? You have to lift weights and eat your protein. Drink your collagen. And there is going to be a point where you need to stop, where you're just doing too much. We have to be realistic when it comes to that, especially those of us who are not diabetic. And I say all of this with love, and I hope that you save this live. And once again, I'm not saying that it's bad or good. This is not one side or the other. This is simply saying, let me do my due diligence while on these injections, so when I get off, I have realistic expectations of what my well-being and wellness and fitness looks like. When you start these injections, especially if you work out with me or any trainer, do not expect your performance to be the same because you're eating less. Do not expect you getting the same amount of toning that I get as if you're on the medication, because your weight loss is not just fat, it's also a significant part of muscle. Manage your expectations. Set your routines. Hey, Carolyn. Eat your protein. Eat your protein. Eat your protein. Your diet should not consist of lemon drop martinis and Lay's potato chips. Oh, I just ate a little bit of grits, D. Insufficient. Eat your protein. I'm telling you, when you choose these things, you forfeit all of the freedoms of the other things where the body can be a little bit more forgiving. It's not as forgiving when you do the different medications. Okay? So I wish everybody nothing but wellness, great health. Do what you feel is best for your season. And do your due diligence, because the work still has to occur. Do your due diligence of having proper nutrition, maintaining lifting weights, maintaining the muscle mass that you have, specifically ladies over 35. You already gonna lose muscle because of hormonal changes. Okay? Do not let these influencers have you in the twilight zone. I'm just gonna be skinny, I'm gonna look good. Guess what they gonna do? When they done with these injections, they're gonna get on the table. And when they don't want to get on the table no more, they're gonna hire a trainer for $1,500 a month. And when they don't want to be with the trainer no more, they're gonna get back on the table. It's not the same. All right? So I love y'all. I got to go teach this kickboxing class. If you have any questions or you need help hitting your protein macronutrients, inbox me and I can help. But ultimately, go check with your doctor. If you feel like anything's going on with your gastric, with your stomach, with your mind, with dizziness, all that stuff, don't call me. I'm a trainer. Call your doctor and ask your doctor what is the next step. And if you are increasing your workouts, okay, and you're on the injections, please ask your doctor, how much should I be working out or what do you suggest? If you're not clear on what to eat, please ask your doctor, okay? Especially if you're not my client, or ask a dietitian. What do you suggest? Because I want everybody to be safe and I want us to age well, okay? I love y'all. And like I said, I hope this landed with love, okay? I celebrate whatever you got going on, but I need you to do it the right way, okay? Talk to y'all later. Have a great day. And that's your vitamin D for free.